Oh no, not this again. Hello, guys. Today we're going to talk about something we have all experienced, and that is fighting with very, very weak groups or fighting from a much, much weaker position than your opponent. All right, we've all been here, and sometimes we can feel very, very helpless and hopeless during these kinds of times. So today, I'm going to talk about how to fight back from weakness. First thing we want to know is we not only have weaknesses as a liability, as it has often been portrayed. Weakness can be definitely used as an asset, and if you are able to do this, you may just be able to turn around a very difficult game. Yes, weakness as an asset. And of course, as you may have expected, the most important thing to using weaknesses as an advantage, as an asset, is to use defender's advantage. Defender's advantage, the attacker cannot lose stones, while the defender can lose stones. The attacker cannot even allow the defender to make any territory despite capturing a little bit of the defender's stones. So as a result, many small gote moves that you would almost never be able to play now become very urgent sente moves, again because you are defending and you have the weaknesses. Your opponent is on the attack. So this will greatly help you do sustainable development, and you can do things that are pretty counterintuitive, which is you can hunt the hunter. Nature's top hunters often take on the form of prey. You look weak, you are weak, but when your opponent comes to attack you, all of a sudden, attack, 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 and all of a sudden, the attacker is the one getting killed. Now, just if you don't believe this happens in Go, this not only happens in Go, this also happens in nature, and quite often a rule rather than the exception. Great, so let's take a look at a few examples of this. We have two great examples for you guys. And these two games, you will find links to the OGS review and links to the actual games when they were played in the description below. These two games happened during our speedrun to 9 Dan, the latest one. These two are some of the more interesting games. Okay, so here's the first one. This was played when we were at 8 Dan, trying to get to 9 Dan. So here we're already quite close, and here we run into a 7 Dan on Fox with a Netherlands flag. So if you guys know, this is us, Sustenance. Our opponent's name is Sente20 with a Netherlands flag. If you guys know who this player is, give him a great compliment. You played such a good game, this kind. Our opponent played very, very well this game. Okay, this game was played without Komi, which is why on the AI graph on the lower side, you see black starting around the 6 or 7 points of advantage. Okay, remember guys, this game is gonna showcase the way that we play from weakness, from a bad position. So let's take a look at what happened. Okay, very normal Josekis so far, and here we have had a very smooth run in this session before we ran into Sente20. Here we played 42 here in a knight's move, small knight's move. Normally in a normal course, something like extending on the bottom also could work. We played here. Black played a very reasonable peep, and here connecting this jump, this move. There's many good moves, but we played a attachment, which is a small mistake, and it would have kept being a small mistake if we knew the good follow-ups to come. We clearly did not. We attached and cut, and here Black played some very, very good moves. This extend. So Black is cut up into 2 to 3 pieces, but Black correctly identified the most important stone in this diagram, and then extend it out. This threatens to ladder the upper side stone, and also threatens to connect underneath over here. After this, we can noticeably see a lot of Black territory. And so here, we as white didn't want that to happen, so we blocked the bottom to disastrous effects. We lost the 1 stone in the ladder on the outside, and now after we jump out here, we got Gote. Black can capture this 1 stone in Sente, threatening this cut. Black can block in Sente. Black is pretty safe. White is squished between 2 very strong Black positions, and this game has now become very, very tough for us as white. AI Black plus 18 points without Komi. With Komi, this would be about 11 or 12 points. So a very tough position. However, it will only get tougher from here and not improve. Okay. So in the game, a few moves were exchanged on top when we make our second mistake, and that is we played this peep on the second line. We thought we were attacking Black very nicely, but when we crawled out here expecting to play this kind of a shape, but when Black haned, we're like held, taken aback. We said, what? You can hane? And then because we were expecting to cut, Black has a very nice extend. Hane, neither ladders work because of this Atari, neither ladders are working, and therefore Black would have secured a very nice life on the upper side. So cutting is not an option, and therefore the only option left for us is to cross through our doggy door on the second and first line. Very, very low. We have lost all of the territory we were surrounding here, and when Black plays this headbutting move, to continue the attack, we now have to connect here. But again, this would be a second move on the first line, surrounding no points at all. Black would be okay to move out, and our 5 stones on the outside is also pretty weak. So here is where we come in a very desperate situation, down by 21.9 points. Now remember, normally a game like this is about 13-14 points. This game was played without Komi. Our opponent is playing quite well, and we have now come into a very difficult position. So here, instead of keep attacking like this, forcing Black out, after Black moves out, we would be probably a bit weaker than Black, given we have another weak group on the bottom here. Instead of something reasonable like this move, connecting our 2 weak groups, but allowing Black to surround the territory on the right, this is clearly unsatisfactory. White barely has any noticeable points, and Black has this huge right hand side already. So in the game we picked this move. This move is inviting Black to is kind of attacking the 6 Black stones, inviting Black to jump out. And now here, after Black plays this bamboo joint move, very, very well played, by the way, to our opponent. If you guys know who this person is in real life, make sure you guys hit them up with a compliment. Okay, Netherlands flag on Fox 7, then Sente 20. Okay, so at this point we are doing really, really badly now. Black did play the AI move in the actual game, and now we can clearly see our 5 stones, 2 stones here, and this whole big group on the bottom all under attack. The top black group can live with 1 move, so that group is clearly stronger than our 5-stone group. This group here with 7 stones plus this bamboo joint is very well connected. It's clearly stronger than our 5-stone group in the middle. It's probably stronger than our 2-stone group on the side. And this bottom group, black playing M2 is Sente, capturing is Sente. It has a Ponuki. Our group has barely half of an eye. So every black group is stronger than their neighboring white group. Black also has more territory. So here is where we play. And so the only way to do this is to use our weaknesses as an asset. And to fight with weaknesses. Does not mean that the game is hopeless, just means the game is difficult. Okay, so the first thing to note about fighting with weakness is, remember we did talk about this, use defender's advantage. How do we do that? The most important thing is 1, do not get into a life and death confrontation with the opponent when you don't have the advantage. So for example, if you want to just seal in this black group, try to just seal him in like this. Because you don't have the advantage, you have the weaknesses, your opponent would do something very easy, cut you up, and all of a sudden you are the one getting captured. And remember, we want to be the one defending, we want to be the one we want to be the one able to make sacrifices, exchanges, and things like that. So here, a very important thing, the first move was a good move, 84. This move we're strengthening our right hand side and still attacking black, but we're also doing this in a way that is not, totally trying to, net squeeze him in and forcing this. Okay, so opponent played another super good AI Knights move, very, very nice. We played another Knight's move here. This we have to strengthen ourselves. In fact, the most important thing with weaknesses is you want to always be fighting in a way that strengthens yourself. With strength, sometimes you can get away with just attacking, but with weaknesses, you definitely have to know the situation. Okay, so black plays here, very, very nice, very good, very good moves. Here black makes a Gote mistake here, a mistake playing Gote here. AI wants him to play this middle move and move out. Here, both sides, black plays here, we block, and black, the overall situation is still very well in black's favor. White's 3 groups remain weak. And here is where black makes the first major mistake for black in this game, which is this move. Very reasonable move. White is so weak, black is coming over, to capture this white group. The big problem here is, remember, defender's advantage. White now has a good counterattack, and by playing these exchanges first, white has made a favorable exchange in Sente on the outside. Now, try to get Sentes wherever you can. So here white played the top, made the middle a little bit stronger, and then white moved out here to strengthen the weakest stones. Here black makes this very nice jump, and here at this moment, the situation, the game has alleviated greatly for white, in the sense that white has now finished the connection between the right-hand side weak group and the bottom weak group. So white now has some breathing room now. And so this is the most important thing. Find some kind of a counter-attack, but you don't want to fight to the death because you have the weaknesses, but you definitely want to counter-threaten the opponent. Okay, so this gives white some time to a move to start attacking the top hand side group. And a few exchanges later, and here black makes a bit of a mistake here. Tries to live in the center but does not succeed. Here, white also makes a big mistake in that AI wants white to capture half or the big half, half of the upper side stones now and be satisfied. Here, white went greedy and tried to capture more than half, ataried, allowed black to connect, pushed. And so the difference here is white is able to capture the entire group, except white has to live here by making this exchange here first. So white makes this exchange and then connects, and so this allows black to cut here and then captures the right hand side with this tail. However, look at this overall situation here. White starts with 3 weak groups. White loses the smallest out of the 3 groups and captures the biggest out of all the black groups, the top group. So here, obviously, white has captured a lot more than black. This is a local, successful fight for white. Black still has a sizable advantage, plus 8 points, but remember this is without Comey. So in terms of game-wise, in a normal even game, this would be quite a close game. And during the game, it's really difficult to estimate on the counting to know which side is ahead or not. And so at this moment, black is not satisfied capturing a small group and taking a small loss. Black goes for the attack against the whole of the white group. And so here, white has done something very, very nice. White captured one group, and the other 2 weak groups are connected. And being able to connect here would mean that white hasn't lost any group while capturing a group against black. Okay, so here is the final moment. Right now, the right-hand side, white is able to connect here, connect the tail, mostly because of what will happen following this Hane, this Atari. If black connects, white will have 1 extra liberty. If black extends here, white would connect on the inside, and again, this would be white having 1 extra liberty. So when black played, and of course, when black wants to, if black saves the right-hand side, then white would have this headbutting move in Sente, makes an eye in Sente, and then 4, 5, 6 makes the second eye. Something like this will not, if you play here, white can extend. So white would be totally alive if black doesn't play this block or this middle of the board move. Okay, so what happened was this ko on the right hand side happens, and black does have many ko threats, but white is able to set up a very, very nice double ko situation, which was very, very fortunate. However, this is not too unexpected. Here, white has a very nice clamping move. Usually, black will Atari, and then this would end up in a ko on the bottom. This would be a ko to life, but right now, there is another very important ko on the right-hand side, and so this sets up a very nice double ko situation. White would win one of them, and black would win, and black would be lost. So after this, white wasn't finally able to win the right-hand side ko, but white was able to find a second, first and second line doggy-door home for this weak group. And so after the dust settles, black is the only one with a dead group, and white is the one with everything alive. So fighting with weak groups, always remember you want to look for counter-attacking threats, but you don't want to fight to the death because you don't have the necessary strength. By definition, you're in trouble, so of course you don't have the strength. Otherwise, your opponent would be the one in trouble. So this one was very nice because beforehand, when White had some weaknesses, White I did do some calculations to think about what to do on the bottom here in order to survive. One is just attacking, just capturing one stone and blocking is only one eye, not enough. But I did see that when you really need it, we do have this second line squeeze, which would allow this kind of a doggy-door, sort of a life in Go. So it was very nice in this one during our speed run to 9-dan series because in each game we're not able to spend that much time. This game is already probably 12, 13, 15 games into our stream. So in times like this, any good, it's very, very nice to not waste any reading, because all the reading we did this game, finding this doggy door in the back, on the upper side, everything that we did all came back to really matter in the end. And it was, this right-hand side Ko as well. It was very, very efficient and fortunate and everything because we did just enough reading to calculate what we needed and nothing much further. And we made some big mistakes, but we were able to just barely pull everything together. And remember, this just barely able to pull everything together is what's gonna be it's what's going to give you that efficiency. All right, that was the exciting game. The second game that we have is another run a little bit later in our speed run to 9-dan. Here we are also in trouble. White is ahead by 14 points. White is still ahead a little bit at this moment, and we played this invasion on the left-hand side. We have a weak group over here in the middle, but White was expecting us to fight in the middle with these stones. So probably what happened was White said, "Huh? You're gonna invade me on the left?" And so what White did was White played in the middle here, capturing our 4 stones. And what we said was, "Huh? You're gonna capture the middle stones? I thought I am counter-attacking you on the left-hand side." And so both sides thought the other side was, not playing where the most important thing was. But a few moves later, and we see the results of this fighting. White captured the 3 stones here on the bottom and the 4 stones here in the middle, but we captured 6 stones on the left-hand side, and clearly our capture was bigger than White's capture, so that worked. And there was no more. We won the game comfortably afterwards. It's a very game-deciding moment, and we're very happy that we were able to take a defensive, very, very weak area here in the middle. We were desperate enough to turn out here. No eye spaces whatsoever, and through this counter-attack again, we were able to establish an exchange, probably relatively even points-wise in the exchange, but because we destroyed White's points and we also took care of our weak group, overall it was a major gain by us. So remember, guys, weaknesses, having a weak position, having weaknesses is not the end. You can definitely do some very, very good fighting despite having the weaker positions. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next videos.